Hi guys, welcome to the Tech Is Hard podcast. Today we're talking about new products released.
Yes, and we're talking about video suggestions that we have for each other this week.
Yes, and how to get free products to review on your channel.
Yes, and much more.
Yes, right after this. Yo, welcome to the Tech Is Hard podcast. My name is ZANDER'S and I'm joined by Danny Black in Brisbane. How are we doing, Danny? What's going on? Another episode.
Yeah, another episode, man. We're getting another notch
episode
on our
4. It's 4.
Episode 4, yeah. This episode 4.
Yeah.
This is 4 weeks in a row. What did we call them last week? Pre-pods? Pre-pods, I think.
Pre-pods. Yeah. Just figuring out the technicalities of doing a podcast. Yeah. It's not as simple as it seems. You'd think that just turn on, start recording, and it's simple, but it's not. Tech is hard.
It should be that simple, but it's not. And you know what? It's because we're perfectionists. we want it to be as best as we can make it before we start sharing it out and having it grow. I'm kind of ready. Like last week's episode with Jay Boston, that was a lot of fun. It was great having him on as guest.
Oh, that was great. Jay's a good guy, man, and he was a lot of fun to have on and have a conversation. We could have carried on.
We talked for
another hour. Yeah, we talked for a long time after we finished the show as well. Just about so we should have actually carried on with the conversation, I think, but we'll get him back on.
Yeah, that's
at some point.
We'll get him back on. I like the idea of like maybe every 3 episodes, like having a new guest or something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that was cool. I do like that. And it's funny. My mother-in-law, I was at like a lunch, and I was like, I gotta go because I'm doing a podcast with my friend. She's like, oh, what kind of podcast is it? And I'm like, it's a tech one. And she's like, oh, and I'm like, yeah, it's not for you. And that's the thing.
You're not gonna like it.
That's a huge lesson I've learned is that I think I tried to please everybody. And when you stop trying to please everybody and you're just like, you know what, this is just what I want to do. And me and Xander, we have fun talking. It's a lot more YouTube than tech, although who knows what's going to happen in the future. But we love the YouTube game and trying to figure it out.
That's it. I feel like the podcast itself will evolve as well as our skills and learning over the months and years, hopefully to come, will evolve the podcast. But yeah, I think I've told nobody about the fact I'm doing a podcast. I've told my wife, and that's it. I'm gonna wait until I've got. It's really popular. It's massive, and then I go, yeah, I'm one of the voices of the Tech Is Hard podcast, and people go, no way.
If you're listening on any of the popular podcast apps, we also have a YouTube channel, and you can see us. You can see our faces. They're beautiful.
You can watch our beautiful faces and listen, as well as available on Spotify. It's not available on Apple yet, but it will be very soon. But yeah, all the places you get your popular podcasts.
So if you're listening on Apple right now, it must be the future.
Welcome to the future. Tell us all about it, because we want to know what's going to go on.
Let's not talk about politics, though.
No, let's not. Let's leave that episode for when we get Scotty D on the show.
Oh, that'd be a fun one. Oh man, we should actually, he should be our next guest, because he would talk about politics. We'll call it politics is hard.
Politics. Yeah, we could talk about how tech has sort of affected all of the nomination runs over the last few years.
That'd be interesting, actually. I kind of want to do that now. Maybe we need more information before we just start. Yeah. It's
I'm not really a politics guy, but
being American living in Australia, I'm a musician, so I play in gigs, and people are like, "Oh, American, what's going on with this and that?" And we start talking about it a little bit. I'm like, we're talking about politics in a bar. Maybe we should start talking about Jesus Christ, because it's like you're not supposed to talk about politics or religion. There's a third thing. What's the third thing? Do you know? There's always 3 things. If you know in the chat, for the people that aren't listening,
let us know. Let us know. Let us know in the comments.
Let us know, the people. Yeah.
Dude, let's start the show. Let's talk about it properly. You want to talk about something, or do you want me to talk about the DJI Mavic Mini?
Oh yeah, there's new products. We always try to start the show off with what new products came out, and we should have little. I think we talked about this last time, and I didn't put anything on.
Yeah, we need to sort it out.
Little cool,
little jingles.
Stingers. Yeah, that'll be an episode. Yeah. That'll be when we see. Yeah, we'll get to that.
You could do that. We could do that in post, but we don't. We haven't yet, but we will.
I don't want to do it in post. Sure. I think it's more fun. We get the energy of it. Yeah, we'll throw these on.
Yeah,
I'll get it set up for next week. That'll be good.
All right, cool.
So new products that came out. The DJI, just Mini 2.
Mini 2. Yeah. They've changed the name. That's pretty much it, as far as I'm aware. There wasn't much of an update. It's another incremental update in a product, which is a bit frustrating.
It folds down, I've noticed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So did the one not fold down, right?
No, the other one did fold down. I think you were thinking about the Spark. The Spark that released before the Mini.
The Spark was a long time ago. And then
that was a long time
Mini,
ago.
okay,
We had one of those.
You do.
The Spark was pretty good. It was pretty much the same drone. It just didn't fold. We had the Spark. I bought the Mini because
4K though, right? It was 1080.
No, nor the Mini was. The Mini was 2.7K, the first version.
Okay.
And it's a good drone, and it's the perfect drone for somebody who just does it on the side and wants to use it for maybe vlogs and stuff like that, because it's under 250 grams, so you don't have to have any licenses to fly it or anything like that. That's a good thing about it. And the new one's the same
with
as well.
the Mavic or the Mini 2. It's also I've noticed under 250 grams.
Yeah.
And
so you can fly that anywhere. Yeah.
You really? Is that?
Yeah.
That's not true. Really? Anywhere?
Yeah, that's the law. Yeah, anything under 250 grams in the sky is classed as not a flying vehicle. It's under the licensing laws of 250 grams. Anything above, that's why it's 249. Anything above 250.
Okay, I gotta look up what my Mavic Mini weight is, because I thought it was pretty. Well,
Mavic Air.
No, Mavic. I have Mavic Mini, and it's 249 grams, but that's without the battery. I'm pretty sure. So
no, that's the whole thing, definitely.
Is that you're talking about the Mini too? I'm talking about the Mavic Air.
Oh, you've got the Mavic Air.
They got the Mavic Air, and I just looked it up. No, I
didn't.
I just looked up Mavic. What do I have? Mavic Mini. That's what I just wrote. What the heck? I'm confused. How many drones are out there right now?
Loads, so many. It's so confusing. You've got the Mavic Air. You've got the Mavic
Air. Wait. Okay.
Yeah.
That's 430 grams. Dang it! All right, now I got to get the stupid DJI Mini 2, and I don't even fly my drone anymore. It also has a 31-minute max flight time, which is pretty good.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And
it's got 4K now.
Yeah, 4K. How's the gimbal? Does it have the good gimbal like the?
It's only the 3-axis gimbal. I think the same as the Mini 1. But it has got a new zoom. It's got 2 cameras now, one zoom and one normal, which is
what? It's got 2 cameras.
It's got like 2 mini cameras, one telephoto and one normal camera.
So it's like having your iPhone like lenses on there.
Yeah, that's
cool.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? It's just, you said it was just all it is 4K now. That's
huge, but really cool. You're not going to use a zoom. I wouldn't use a zoom.
Why not?
I'd buy.
You could do some really cool stuff. Plus, like, if you don't want to get too close to something, you can kind of hit that zoom.
I
Pretty
suppose.
good, actually. 10K video transmission. That's ridiculous.
It has got the new controller, which has got that OcuSync technology, so it's not running over Wi-Fi. It can go further now. So that there is 2 things. Okay, it's got the new controller. It can go further. the runtime's the same. The 4K.
You didn't want 4K. It before, and now you want
I'm talking myself. You're talking me into it.
And I want it too, but I need to fly my other one first. But now I'm going 430 grams. Like, that does make a difference. Wow.
But
the pictures are good.
Look, if you're going to get the drone, if you need a drone and you're new to droning and you just want a drone every now and again for doing vlogs and doing family stuff, then the Mini is the one to get for me, for sure. Definitely.
Yeah, the Mini 2.
The Mini 2, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Okay. I'm thinking about it.
You're sold, aren't you? You're sold.
I'm kind of. Let's see. I want to see what the price is. And then we have a couple more products that just came out. Do you want to talk about the next one? Oh, $749 dues. That's how much it costs.
Yeah.
You obviously want the combo, right? Because that gives you
3 batteries. You need that one probably. Although I've only got the 1 battery. I use 1 battery and it's more than enough. It's got 31-minute runtime for what I use it for. It's plenty. But I think it's about 460 here in the UK. So yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Mm-hmm. That's not bad. That's actually not bad compared to like.
And it's a good drone.
I paid over $3,000 for my first. What was it? Phantom 4.
$3,000.
I bought 2 of them.
Oh my!
I sold one.
God,
I did
Danny.
sell one later on because remember I crashed one, And you probably didn't know that. Have you heard that story? There's a vlog on
No, I
that.
don't think
I'll have to share
I've
with
not
you.
heard that story.
I actually documented it on accident
Yeah.
because I didn't know it was happening.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So there we go. Sorry. Now we'll go to the next cool thing.
Yes, the new product is the one I've pre-ordered. This is my pre-order for the month.
You bought it.
Okay. Well, I've pre-ordered it. I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna go through with it because it comes out at the end of December. But it's the new Canon RF mount lens, 50mm 1.8. It's Canon's first cheap RF lens, if you like. They've done loads of.
Can you explain what RF is on this?
That's the mount for the R5 and the R6.
Okay, gotcha. Yep.
Or the EOS R or the RP. It fits those cameras. Okay. But yeah, I've got the R6. So this is the first lens that Canon have brought out, which is affordable, really, because the rest of them are like, it'd be like $5,000 dues in Australia, the lenses.
And 1.8 F is like really good bokeh, right? It's got that, like it brings in all that light.
Yeah, 1.8. Anything 2.8 and below is what you want really for any kind of bokeh. But yeah, I've pre-ordered it 50mm. It's good for portrait photography.
That's gonna be great. Yeah, I'm looking at pictures from that. Any portraits are gonna be awesome. So you're gonna be doing wedding photography and stuff like that. That's gonna be perfect.
Hopefully, yeah, next year, some point when the world gets back to normal.
Oh yeah, you guys went back into lockdown, didn't you?
Yeah, we're back in lockdown for 4 weeks until the 5th of December.
Oh my gosh.
So I think the thinking behind it is that it'll calm down so everybody can be together for Christmas and get all the families together so we can have some time. But yeah, it's we're in lockdown, dude. We're in lockdown.
Not cool.
It sucks.
Well, the next
you wanted to talk about the
the next
Shure,
product.
Sorry,
is something that Xander, I think you're going to be looking into this. Right now I have the Shure SM7B, which is like a staple in like the podcast. I mean, you see like Joe Rogan and everybody use it. I actually got talked into this because I saw a friend use it while he was singing, like in a video, and it sounded so crisp and clear. I love this thing, and I use this. If you see my videos on my YouTube channel, shout out youtube.com/DannyBlack, and Sam, you can shout yours out later in a second. But I use this now a lot more. Like I have it out here, and I'm talking. The other day on the last video I made, I got really frustrated because all of a sudden some guy across the street started cutting down trees, and was like, and I could hear it perfect. God. I could hear it. I didn't have the headphones on. When I played it back, I couldn't hear it at all. It was just completely cut out. This thing is ridiculous. So the Shure, this has been here around from like 2014, maybe even 13. I think it's something like that. Shure came out with the MV7, which is more geared towards podcasting as far as it has a USB interface as well as an XLR input. So this goes in XLR, which you could plug into a soundboard or some kind of audio interface. The Shure, you can do that, or you can plug it in USB. And it also has the headphone. Like it has a headphone jack right here. So if you are listening USB, you can. I mean, that would be actually kind of weird. You have to throw some kind of cord down here. Like you don't want it just coming right off that. But I mean, you could if you're just doing podcasting. But it also has an app so that you can do a lot more settings. I've watched a couple of comparison videos, and there's no comparison. Like this is way better, but people are just doing it, I think, just raw, and they're not trying to like even go into the app and adjust it. And I think that's something you kind of want to do. So it also has like touch screen, like a touch, not screen, it's like a touch panel. So you can actually adjust the sound and do a bunch of, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, but it's also pretty expensive. It's $500 dues. How much is that in the UK?
It's on Amazon. I've just looked on Amazon. It's 255 English pounds for the MV7. So yeah, it's about 250.
Not SM,
it's about half price, isn't it?
Just MV7, just for any
case people. Sorry, MV7 USB podcast microphone. Yeah.
And how much is the SM7B?
That's about 500. So it's double the price.
It's double the price. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, this is that much. Wow. Okay. Well, then that's. I mean, if you're looking for a cheaper alternative that could be better, I want to be I want to be a bigger YouTuber too. I would love for
Oh,
Shure
be
to
able
be like,
to
hey,
just
can you check this out? Yeah, sure,
yeah.
please.
Hey, but a little trick for that, which I've done in the past as well. You could, I mean, if you've got a credit card, you can do this. You can order both those
Oh,
products, do a quick video, and send them back because Amazon accepts stuff, no questions asked, within 30 days. So
that's
you could
true.
do it. I've done it
That's
before.
that's probably what a lot of I wonder if a lot of YouTubers do that. But also a lot of them get the products before the release,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they must be shipped
A
from
lot of the
the.
big ones do, yeah. But Amazon have actually extended their returns policy until the end of January now. So you can actually, if you order something now, because of all this lockdown thing in the
Mm.
UK anyway, at least, if you order something, you can actually return it before the end of January and still get your money back, no questions. So, if you're if you're a YouTuber and you're just starting off, then to get some big videos and expensive products like the SM7B, which is a lot of money for a microphone, you could also just buy it on your credit card, send it back. Bit of a
Have you ever
cheeky
sent
cheeky
anything
tip
back
there.
from Amazon before?
Yeah, it's really easy over here. Really
Is
easy
it
to do it because they literally pick it up from your doorstep as well.
okay? I've actually never had a product
Um,
that I hated that much where I wanted to return it. So.
no, like I said, I've done it before where I've ordered something just for a video, only a couple of times, and then
Is
I've
that
sent it back.
moral? Let us know in the chat or in the comments
Well,
down below. Is that
it's
something bad? I don't know. Because you're
I
also
don't know.
letting people be informed of whether it's good or not. And I guess
Yeah,
if you like it, you can keep it. You'd keep it probably.
and you're well within your rights of your consumer rights to send
Yeah.
stuff back if you want to. If you don't like it, it's more than
I
legal.
have done
So,
that kind of stuff with like guitars. Like Guitar Center is the place, and
oh right, okay,
like
yeah,
try out pedals, like take them home,
yeah,
play gigs with them, and then like,
yeah. Not sure
I don't
about
need
that.
it
Just send it
after
back.
like 29 days, just in case something happens on the 30th day. No,
Yeah,
listen, we're gonna come back with a lot more stuff. We're just gonna take a quick little break, and you
let's
can
do it.
enjoy this little 5 seconds of telling you to subscribe to the channel.
Okay, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that break. Make sure you subscribe to both myself and Danny. All the links will be in the description below if you're watching on YouTube, and if you're on a podcasting site, then you can look us up on YouTube and Instagram and all those things. Dude, I want to talk about this new LiDAR thing. Have you
Yeah,
seen it? LiDAR
LiDAR,
on
no.
DJI. Oh
DJ,
my
what do you mean
word.
DJI? We just talked about their drones. They have something else out.
Yep. Yeah, well, it's part of something that was released a couple of weeks ago. It's the RS2, which is the new gimbal they brought out from DJI, which is a big sort of
Is that the
DSLR mirrorless.
ZenMuse L1? Okay. Oh. Okay. Keep
No,
going. Keep going.
DJI's, yeah,
I'm looking
DJI's
up. Yeah.
gimbal. Basically, a part of the main combo they're doing with the new gimbal is this new LiDAR sensor, which allows you to use autofocus with vintage lenses. So basically, you got this LiDAR sensor on the top
Okay.
that measures the distance from certain subjects,
Hmm.
and then it transmits that signal to the motor for manual lenses on the actual gimbal, which is incredible.
Okay.
So
Is there
all
any
these
videos out there that do this?
there is Make Art Now, who we're going to talk about just in a second. Just did a video yesterday or the day before about this using vintage lenses with autofocus, and some
Oh,
of the
okay. I see that.
results.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the results he was getting was unbelievable. Because I know all these new lenses we talked about the RF50 just before in the episode, but vintage lenses to get sort of an artistic, blurry, sort of blown out sort of look on your films, if that's what you're into, making sort of short films and stuff. You can't go wrong with some vintage lenses out there. And with this technology, it adds autofocus to those vintage lenses that are manual focus from sort of the 1950s and 60s. It's well worth a watch, that video. It's really good
So
video.
make dot art dot now, right?
Yeah, yeah, very good. And to
Wow.
follow
These are
up
expensive, by the
on,
way. These LiDAR things.
yeah,
So it's
it's
like
not cheap technology.
Livox. It's like, wow, there's a lot of different,
Mhm.
there's a Livox mid. There's, wow. Okay. Yeah. So this is if your game is stepped up to the next level.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
if you're making sort of short films, if you like, and you're looking for something different, then this is going to be definitely something you got to look
okay.
into.
Yeah, and I like Make Art now. I'll have to watch that video. I haven't seen it yet, so.
He's brilliant. He made a few really good films in the past. One called Anamorphia. He's got
Anamorphia, yeah.
the second version of that film coming out soon. So you got to make sure you head over to Make Art now and subscribe and watch these
He does really
videos.
good stuff. And you know
Yeah,
what's
he's
I will say I love his space. He's got like a
mhm.
really good studio space, and I'm a bit jealous. I love
Oh
my
yeah,
spot, but I'm constantly wanting to not just have this one view. So like one
yeah,
time I had the camera over there because there's a lot of cool, and I've had it facing towards like the screens, but now I'm like
yeah, yeah.
going, maybe I could dress up like the living room area. Like obviously I'm married, I can't make it all
You
techie or
can't
anything
change your
like that,
house.
but I could probably make it really clever for filming in like a cool way that also
Yeah.
fits like a cool vibe.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know, what would it take for something like that? Like would you need
I
some
mean,
colored curtains, dark curtains, or like um,
I
a
use my
rug,
living room
candles?
quite often for videos, but I think if you've got one of those hue lights that you can change different colors, I like those in the background of my videos, like
Mm,
you've got in the background of yours there. But um, I think all you really need is a tripod or somewhere to mount your camera, and then somewhere to have the good microphone as well on the top of it,
yeah, yeah, that's
and
true.
then just different angles you can easily switch. But we touched on this last week when Joe was on the show because he was talking about Make Art Now, and I said when I actually get around to doing my studio and renovating it, I was going to do the same sort of thing that Make Art Now does. He has this main desk with just everything on it, and it's on wheels, so you can move it
Mm,
around the
that would
room
be
in
cool.
different. That's what I'm aiming for when I do
We
mine.
touched on that when we talked about how great it would be if we all lived in the same area and we could just do our.
Oh man, can
We're
you
all
imagine?
scattered. We're all scattered.
Yeah,
It's not gonna happen.
it's
But
it would be crazy.
so he has Anamorphia 2 coming out.
Very
I see.
soon, I think he's in the
Can you
process of
explain what
editing.
Anamorphia 1 was to people?
It was basically a review on an anamorphic lens, but he did it in a film way. He made a
Yeah.
film about it, using it and the purposes and how you could use it and get the best out of it. But
Mm.
he made a review of a product, but made a film about it, and that's what that film was about basically. But I mean, he strapped that anamorphic lens, which is expensive anyway, on top of a drone on a
Mm.
main camera and used it for night shots, and it looked incredible. It's some of the shots on it are amazing.
I'm looking at his thumbnail and I'm like, I wonder if that helps it a little bit. You know, you put those like awards, like those award things like Sundance Film Festival, but you don't say that. You just kind of make it
Yeah,
look like that. I wonder if that would help. Like people would click on
I'm
it more.
sure. I'm sure you
So
can.
anything that you actually were really proud of, you're like, I'm really proud of this video. It is solid all the way around. You make like
Yeah,
little like fake like
look, I'm sure that you don't even have to be nominated for one of those awards. You can
no,
actually just send your film to the studio and then say it was
that's
sent to
true.
the studio. You
That's
can do
true.
that, I'm sure.
But I mean,
So
even if you
whether or
make up
not,
your own, like if I'm like Xander Round's choice or Tech is Hard's choice of video choice of the year, you know, like
yeah,
because people,
and just
I
put
don't
that little
read what's
symbol
in
on it.
between. I don't read what's in between that. I just see the like the little
Yeah,
leaves or whatever.
yeah.
What do they call those things? Like
Oh, I don't know.
little
Actually, I
olive
know what you're talking
branch
about, but
things. Like
it's
they're like
yeah,
yeah. No, it's very
but
funny. That's cool.
but
I
yeah,
can't wait for that to come out.
yeah.
It's very
He's really
clever.
talented, really talented guy. If you're into sort of into YouTube and you're into making your videos better, he's somebody to possibly learn off when it comes to videography and filming and stuff like that. He does some very good videos.
That's cool. I did want to talk about this maybe the next episode. Something about we've kind of touched on this in the past, but I want to dive deeper into like titles and thumbnails. Like meaning,
Yeah, yeah, sure.
actually, screw it. Let's just talk about it right now.
Do it.
So I've noticed now, I will look at whatever's written on the thumbnail before I actually read the title, and as long as the title has a little bit more like it's like you read what's on the thumbnail.
Oh,
That is what gets me to read what's on the title, and then I go,
yeah,
okay, then I'll click if it's you know if
yeah.
it's something that looks good. But
Mhm.
I'm wondering if anyone else does that. Like, are you looking at the thumbnail? Obviously, you're looking at the thumbnail first, but do you read
Yeah,
words that are on the thumbnail?
I don't. So I suppose I do unconsciously. I'm more of I don't know. I'm more of a looking at the thumbnail and what if it draws me to if it's a good photo. I'm just looking at some of his. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I suppose it depends what the video is, doesn't it? A lot of the time, it's I look at his thumbnails and some of them have got writing on them, and when
Yeah.
he has got writing on them, it stands out, and you know what the video's about. But other times, it's just like he's how to actually use a small LED light like a pro. That thumbnail is just pops out. He's got a big light and just holding it like sort of this in between, not actually holding it, but
Oh
that
yeah,
that
yeah.
to me, that to me pops out. I really want to watch that video. So I
I
don't
probably
know. I think
wouldn't.
it
I see that,
really.
and I wouldn't, because it doesn't tell me, because I'm not looking at the title. I'm just looking at the thumbnail, and it's not telling me what it's about. So if it said like how, like, if it had all those little award things on it, and it's like how to use an LED light, I'd be
Yeah, I
like,
suppose.
you know
Yeah,
what, that looks legit. I'm clicking on it.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's actually quite interesting that you said that. And I also think that it has
Mm,
something to do with where you're looking at it. So when you're on your phone and you're scrolling through
yeah.
stuff, it's like the thumbnail's as big as the
Big.
screen in a
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
So that's funny that, that
Yeah,
yeah,
just for
I don't
me,
know.
I'd look at that and go, "That looks cool," and then I'd glance down to see what it was about, the title, and then I suppose that's the way. I don't know. Everybody's different, aren't they? And his thumbnails, he uses a lot of light, like different colored light in
Yeah.
his thumbnails. I've
Yeah.
noticed, and that's sort of the color for me pops out.
Yeah.
For me, anyway, that's the. I mean, if you look at my thumbnails, I've tried to copy a few like that in the past. So, but
Yeah.
have they helped? I'm not sure if they've helped. It'd be interesting to dive into your analytics and see which thumbnails for which videos did really well, or is it
It'd
stuff
be
that people
interesting
are
to
just
see if
searching
somebody
for?
could get like a focus group together and like actually somebody can actually collect the data and come up with, if you put
Yeah,
the title here, if you put the words just up here, or if it's like it has to be all through it, or
yeah.
something has to be in focus and out of focus,
Hmm.
like that'd be an interesting study. I think that'd be pretty cool.
One thing
Creaky
you
if you're
shouldn't do is
listening.
put any writing on the top right hand, on the bottom right hand side of the video, because that's
Oh, because
where
yeah.
the title, the time pops up, and that blocks a lot of the thumbnail. So I mean, you can see on his as well. He's
Yeah, you're
got
right.
some
That's
writing
true.
blocked on the
That's a
bottom
very
right.
good
So
point. That is a very good point. And if you hover over it, it also, like the little watch later and all that stuff, will cover
yeah,
it.
on the right.
So
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
All right, cool.
Mm.
That's not really what I wanted to talk about this segment. This is just a quick little fun segment. I wanted to suggest videos for each other, maybe for this week.
Okay.
I have a
Yep.
bunch of videos to make, but at the same time, I'm not like, I would love to hear a suggestion. So like I'd have a suggestion for you, and
Yeah.
you would have a suggestion for me. And
Okay.
I feel like I want to hear your suggestion first, so I know if
Okay.
mine's good or not.
What I want to see, and that's based on the video I've just made and just released, but I'd like to see more in-depth electric scooter video from you, talking about the
Oh,
scooters you have and how you
yeah.
use them on a daily basis,
Okay.
and a bit of a review. Oh,
Yeah, but
oh no!
that
I
literally
won't be a
is
full-time YouTuber.
that literally is. And anybody watching or listening, they wouldn't know that your camera went out. So don't
Yeah,
worry.
I'm sorry, guys. My camera just went off.
Yeah. So, yeah, actually, that's funny because that's a plan that I have. Now, I do have a
Hmm.
question because I have two scooters, and they're both over a year old. And
Yep.
I actually just got into a scooter accident 2 nights ago.
You fell off.
Like, yeah.
Oh, dude.
I don't want to say what I was doing or the state of mind I was in, but I will say this: part of it is the scooter, because somehow the connection to the light over time is kind of like worn away. So like sometimes
Right.
it comes on and sometimes it's off. So I was doing a late night scoot with my wife. We were
Were
up at
you
the
under
Sunshine
the
Coast.
influence a little
That's
bit?
not a
By any
question
chance?
that I'm willing to answer, or even the level of that. That's not going there. But the fall had
Okay.
nothing to do with that in a sense,
I'm
because
sure.
what
Yeah.
happened was the light it went off as I was going
Right.
down this hill, like just a
Oh,
small
got
hill,
you.
and when
Yeah.
I guess it was a very dark area, and
Yeah.
the path kind of curved a little bit. So, and then the light went on, and I saw that I was right at the edge of the sidewalk, and the wheel
Yeah.
just went off the sidewalk that much, and it was about that much of a gap, and it like kind of threw me down on the ground on the grass. And this is like
Oh,
a
God.
grass rash burn, and
Oh, dear, dude.
yeah. So it was honestly, it wasn't as bad as it sounds. It was just like I fell on grass, but it probably was worse. I just don't remember that much. Emma was
He
like
woke up in the
ahead
morning
of
like,
me
what
going,
happened last
where
night?
is he? Where is he? No, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, so that's like a review. Like, hey, listen, the light
Yeah.
is not staying on. Like I wanted to review it a year later, but at the same time, I mean, I guess that's a good thing. Wouldn't that be a good thing to have reviews for things like a year
Yeah.
later? Like people want to know the
Yeah,
longevity
definitely.
of something.
People want to know if it's lasted or how you used it. If you've actually used it as much as you said you would. You use your scooter quite a lot, don't you, when you're walking the dog and stuff
I
like that?
use the
So
scooter all the time,
yeah,
but I have the two scooters, and they're both equally great, but just different. So like one's more of
yeah,
a big workhorse one, and then the other one's like very light and compact, so
yeah,
it's easier to transport.
yeah. Actually,
So
I'd like to see. That's what I'd like to see from you.
now,
I
but
like
the question is,
those.
do I do a review on them together or just two different reviews completely?
This is the beauty of it, mate. There's loads and loads of videos you could make on that. You could do a comparison between the two. You could
That's
say
true.
the 9-bot 1 year later, and just there's loads of videos you can do on that. I'd like to see more videos from Danny Black. I think that'd
What's
do well on your channel.
electric vehicle? Is that what the EV
Electric
is?
vehicle, personal PEV, personal electric vehicles. Yeah,
Or are we just gonna make up
PEV.
things now?
I've just made that up. Yeah,
All right, cool. No, I like that. I'm actually planning on doing that. I just didn't even think about how many I was gonna do, because I really and I think we're gonna talk about this after the break. But we were gonna talk about some, how to get free products. And I watched some of my
yeah.
friends like Jay Boston and Scott Davies, and they're getting free scooters to review. And
Okay.
I'm like, I'm not gonna get free scooters to review unless I start reviewing some of them and those videos
Yeah.
pop.
Yeah,
And I would
definitely.
I would love that. That's something I would be passionate about, and I kind of would love to see that. So
I mean,
going over, yeah, go for it.
I was just gonna say before we go for the break. Yeah. Well, we can talk about it after the break if you like. We'll talk
Well, no,
about
no,
it after the break.
not
Let's go
break
for
it.
the break first.
I gotta tell you what I want you to
Oh, okay.
do.
And go. Go on then.
Well, I was thinking
Cut.
about. I mean, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that I would be like, listen. Actually, this comes up a lot. I'm like, this would be a good Xander video. This would be a good
Yeah.
Xander video.
Go for it.
But I want, you do a lot of like webcam stuff and iPhone stuff. I want to see a series of like quick hack videos. I know you did the Bluetooth one a little while back, but I want them to be more like clickbaity. Like maybe not say Bluetooth hack. It's like, dude, amazing iPhone hack that will save you a lot of time. Here's why I thought of this.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm driving home, talking to my wife on the phone. She was actually driving on a different car in the same road, and we were talking about Google Maps. And we live in an area where there's some toll roads, and sometimes it's more convenient, sometimes it's not.
Right.
But when you're traveling and to go on Google Maps and change take the tolls off and on is a pain,
yeah.
right?
Right.
So we were talking about how much of it's dangerous because you have to like go back to just directions. And you have to press this button up here and then press the button there and get it back in there.
Yeah.
And so we got off the phone and I was looking at the Google Maps, and at the very top right-hand corner, there's a little microphone there that I've never seen that one before. And I pressed that microphone and said, "Turn off tolls." And it goes, "Turning off tolls, rerouting." And I'm like, "What? That's it?"
Oh my god.
And so I was like, Xander, if it took you, looking up, seeing if other people have made videos or because it's not like everyone's seen everything, but like even that Bluetooth one, that's a great hack, and a lot of people don't know it. You know what I mean? People don't know that when you just hold down on the button and you can like navigate on your phone, hold down
really
space
good.
or whatever.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't, and still a lot of people don't know that. And the fact that you could blow people's minds with these simple things. Now, listen,
Yeah.
I don't want to say Casey Neistat, but I just did. But Casey Neistat wouldn't be watching it going, "Oh, I'm learning something new." He probably knows that trick, but it's for the people that don't know the tricks. I think that would be a fun series to see you do because your iPhone stuff is kind of getting pretty hot, and your case reviews and stuff. So
That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. I've been meaning to do videos like top 5 features in iOS 14 or 5 things you can do on your phone you didn't know, stuff like that. I don't know. It's the old thing. We've got loads of videos and loads of ideas. Both of us written down, ready to do. It's just doing it, executing it, getting it done. But that's a great idea, dude.
Well, the question that I have is, instead of doing 5 things, because that always seems like maybe you do, because like, I don't know, 3 things or just one thing, but somehow you word it so it sounds like like something you need to know. Like you
it's
didn't know this, like
amazing.
an iPhone,
Yeah.
or like, you know, this probably on the 12, there's probably cool things to, you know, do with your camera, how to shoot the best portrait thing. I mean, these are videos that are probably out there, but still not everybody sees it. You make the best clip.
Yes. I mean, like silly ones, like the new update, the 14.2, there's new emojis. I was going to do a short video of the best new emojis and that are available now. That'd get loads of views probably. It's just a stupid little video.
It's so dumb. Yeah. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
I just updated to the iOS 14 and I'm loving like the whole, you know, the widgets and stuff. I'm loving that.
It's really nice. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Android users are going,
the new backgrounds. The new backgrounds on the phones are ace on the 14.2.
I saw your Instagram
so
picture.
Nice. Yeah.
Follow Xander on Instagram.
Yeah.
At Xander. Okay, let's take a break and we'll come back and we'll talk about how to get free products to review and another little topic, and then we'll wrap up. Actually, we're running out of time, but let's get through those. All right, take that break.
Okay, welcome back. That was just a short little break, and now we're going to talk about how to get free products, especially if you're a small YouTuber, you're just starting off in YouTube, you can get free products. I've done it. Yeah. I'm proof of it, and you've done it as well, Danny. Danny's at the point where he just gets showered with gifts now. He's like,
I turned
so
a lot
big.
Of it down because it's like people
see what I mean? You're just turning stuff down. I don't want that. No, that's too small for me. I don't want that.
No, have you not done that? People are like, "Hey, can you try these wet wipes out?" I'm like, I don't want to make a video about wet wipes. Hey, look at this wet wipe.
Yeah, I've done it. Do you get those dodgy emails saying buy this product and we'll return by PayPal and all that kind of thing?
I get why they would have that as a suggestion, but I think they just want you to buy their product is what's happening.
Yeah. Well, on Amazon, you have to buy the product to be able to write a review on Amazon. That's why they try and get you to do it. Okay, that's why.
So what's the secret?
The secret is asking. If you don't ask, you don't get.
Oh. Okay.
Simple as. I'll tell you what I do. I've got a script written on my notes app on my phone, just saying who I am, some of my popular videos, links to them, and then saying I'd love to review your product if you're willing to send me one for free, and do anything else like promote on Instagram or stuff like that. And then I literally go through Instagram and type in tech, and I'll go if I see anything good or some cool companies that I want to try something, I just send them an email. And that's what I do. I've sent hundreds and hundreds of emails, and you do get responses.
Wow.
Simple as that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. It's a numbers game.
It is.
You know,
you just got to send.
You do 50 of them, and one comes back. Hey, that's one thing.
Yep. Can I show you something?
Gigs.
Very quickly. Is that what you do with gigs?
When I was traveling the U.S., I'd go to a new place and I'd write to 50 bars and send them all the same thing, and maybe one person would respond, and then I get the gig. But
okay,
yeah. But the trick to me was tickling their fancy a little bit. You have to get the first connection, so you write and say, "Who does your booking?" So you could be like, "Who handles your product review stuff?" And then they can write back and be like, "This person here, here's their email address," and then boom.
Okay. For those people watching on YouTube, this is a box of
phone cases.
38 phone cases there.
Are you giving them away? What's going to happen here?
I'm going to have to. I don't know what to do with them.
Xander. Oh, you can't because you're in freaking lockdown. But I was going to say, you could almost make a video of you standing outside the Apple store and handing out, like you're giving them away to people that just bought the new iPhone as like promotion or something like that. That'd be really cool because giveaways are cool, but they suck for you because you have to ship them out and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's a bit of a ball ache. I'll probably give 10 away or something like that. That's probably enough. But yeah, I just simply, that was an email saying somebody off Amazon saying, do you want to review a case? And I just said simply, I replied saying, yeah, just send me some free samples and I'll do a video. And they did.
So you asked them or they contacted you?
They contacted me. Yeah.
So that had nothing to do with your whole plan at the beginning was to contact them.
No, but I mean, that's what you have to start somewhere by.
Oh, you got to start. Yeah. Start
what you were talking about
Makes
is
sense.
the electric vehicles before we had the break is that I made a skateboard video first. I and then you've got to start making them, and then you get more opportunities from that one
And you got to
opportunity.
promote the crap out of that one video so it gets a lot of views.
Yeah, just go on Facebook and boost the post just for that once, and
You
I'd
could,
do
yeah.
that.
You spend like $100 on it, and you get like you're paying for
Yeah.
views, which is stupid. I've gotten free vacations and stuff from
Yeah.
doing that, but I didn't realize it was so scandalous. Like at first, I thought literally legit, like the views were coming in until you look at the analytics
Yeah.
and you see the 3-second
That's it.
views, and that's depressing. But yeah. So I think that you're right. You should ask, and that's a really good idea. I like the idea of looking it up on Instagram from like hashtags, and checking it out. That's a really cool idea.
Yeah, especially people on Kickstarter. That's if they're looking for free promotion. That is free promotion for you, no matter how small you are. If you've got 100 subscribers, just ask, because I got big products. I got a free. Remember that underwater drone I got?
Yeah. I thought you had to send that back. Did they not want it back?
No, I kept it. They let me keep it, and it was they didn't want it back. It was that bad. It wasn't great, but it was my first big opportunity. I had 600
You couldn't review it poorly either because you were so happy they gave you a free thing that
I was happy, and it wasn't when it worked. It was fun, but it didn't work very often. It just kept on losing connection. I was in Mexico and I couldn't get it to work. But anyway, yeah. Since then, got loads of stuff. Just keep on asking.
Actually,
keep on sending emails out.
I think you start small too. Like, do you remember that there's a lens company that sent me? It's like a lens that goes on each side of your iPhone, and you can take like a 360 picture, and it was really cool. And I actually like it a lot. They contacted me and said, hey, they have this conference call. It's like this big, and it has like like the kind of like dome 360 camera. And it's meant to be used as a video chat conference call. So you set it in the middle of your table, and whoever's talking, apparently, like it goes to them, like the video's on them, and then like it hears the audio and it goes to that person. It's supposed to be pretty sophisticated. So I'm getting that, but I'm like, okay, how am I gonna make a video of this? And then I thought,
how am I gonna test that?
You know, instead of conference call, maybe you could sell it as like, hey, listen, everyone's stuck in their houses. What if you had a family dinner and you have it sitting there, and you can have a conference video with someone else, and they can be part of that family dinner with you?
Yeah, like a house party chat. Would it work on a house party?
I don't know. I don't know yet. They're sending it. They shipped it already, so I'll check it out. So there's creative ways to think about it. I think you got to tug on the heartstrings a little bit to kind of get it to like, or just advertise it in a way they probably weren't thinking about as well, because that's a whole new market for them. Yeah. I think that would be cool. Going off of your thing where you were like, it wasn't that great, but your review, you weren't like saying it sucked, but I think you felt like it sucked, right?
Yeah, I think you've just got to make the best of a bad situation sometimes. I mean, the latest video I've done on the skateboard, it's not the best skateboard, but it was loads of fun. So I try and focus on the positives rather than the negatives. I did always do an honest review, I think, is the case, and I've said bad things about it, but it is lots of fun as well. So I try and focus more on the positive on products rather than focus on the negative things. But yeah, always be honest, I think, is another tip. Because
that is true. I wonder what it's like from the company side if they see a negative part to it, and would they be mad about that? Or, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. You have their product already, so it's not like they
the video is published as well.
Jerk.
So I'm always going to be honest. I'm not going to say this. I mean, this tool is the best tool you should buy. And then people get it and it sucks, and you're just going to get yourself a bad reputation going forward. So you've got to be honest.
That's good.
And if companies say they want to see the video first, that's another no. It's just being published. I'm not saying altering it in any way.
Although if there was like a firmware update in the future and they're like, hey, listen, we've corrected this firmware. Can you, like, I get why they would want to see it before that. Maybe there's something fixed. And I've had that happen. But the last thing I really want to touch on was your thoughts on like correcting videos. And what I mean by that is on a GoPro video, the media mod, I talk about at one spot, I say the USB connects to it. It just charges. It doesn't, you can't like put in your files from it. And and honestly, I tried it I looked at it to make sure that was true. And I was incorrect by it, because I thought what would happen is on a Mac, it would show up as like a little folder on the desktop. And it didn't do that. But within Final Cut Pro, as I'm understood, it does show up. And you can import it that way. So somebody has mentioned that. And usually if it's something like that, I pin that comment so people can go down and see it.
Yeah.
However, I'm starting to think that maybe you shouldn't do that, because then more people want to leave that comment and tell you that you're wrong. And then that helps your algorithm out a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my question is, what's the obligation? Where do you feel like you need to correct information? Like, meaning, like, do you make another video and say, hey, by the way, these are the errors that I made, and this is what I said wrong? And does that matter? Because maybe not everybody's watching your videos that watch that one error video, and you're just wasting your time.
Yeah. I mean, if you're wrong on a specific feature on a product, then it doesn't always matter, because not everybody's watching the video to find out that specific feature. That they're watching it for other reasons. There's always that one person that says, oh, my GoPro won't connect via USB-C to the PC, and
all the time.
You said it would. Yeah,
all the time. I get that.
But yeah, I think you're right in what you do, where you pin a comment and you say, listen, I said this, but this person said this is wrong, so just watch out for that and in future episodes. And I don't know, that's all I'd do. I have made update videos on products, like I did an update on the GoPro live streaming thing, because stuff does evolve, and stuff like software is updated, and there's different things like that. So yeah, update videos, but not, I don't think correction videos are needed. I think you can alter that with comments, pinned comments. Yeah,
that's a good idea. All right, cool. Well, there we go. I think that that ends.
Is that a wrap? Is that a wrap for episode 4?
That's a wrap for episode 4. We're going to be back again next week, and we are going to talk about tech, because that's the podcast.
Tech again. Tech is hard.
Tech is hard. All right. Well, thanks again for watching and subscribe. And if you're not listening right now, come over to YouTube and subscribe as well. We're going to try to grow this out. Maybe this is the one we share out. Maybe this is the one we like.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Maybe.
We'll have to listen back.
We'll see what happens.
All right. Let's see if we can spin the right way this time, right? Right. I'm sorry.
That way.
Yeah. Hold on. I got to put the music on right. I have no idea. Oh, wait. Sorry. This way.
Hey!